Hey, it's Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We're at the IoT Expo TECHSUPERSHOW. It's actually the 25th anniversary, the 41st event, and it's February 2024. On our program is Caruana-McManus. She is with Meshed IoT Solutions, and she is participating in the IoT Evolution event. Catherine, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you for having me. It's been absolutely fantastic, Rich.
Great. So happy to have you. Tell us more about the experience. What's going on? What are you showing?
Well, we're actually here to, I suppose, get ourselves known more in the space of IoT in North America. We've been really successful in the Asia-Pac region, and so we saw this as a terrific opportunity as a launch pad. We've actually just had some of our solutions FCC approved, and we just were drawn to the TECHSUPERSHOW, the Tech Expo, because we thought it would be a really good place for us to, share our stories and our success, and also hopefully, see some new opportunities.
So congratulations. What are some of the types of industries or types of companies you've helped?
So we are really strong in the smart cities space. We've helped over 70 cities to date, and we're also quite strong in the industrial space. So some of our customers are major manufacturers, port authorities, transport departments, authorities, as well as we're starting to get a lot of interest in the mining sector.
So let's go through those one by one and talk about how you solve their problem. So smart city, how do you solve their problem?
Well, what we do is we help them by getting real-time data at very low cost using the LoRaWAN standard. LoRaWAN is a radio frequency communication standard, but we don't just leave them with the network. We actually provide an end-to-end solution. They don't need to have to worry. They don't have to be network engineers. We take all of that stress away by providing it as a managed service. We also bring the endpoints, so the sensors, as well as help them with the visualization and the data, so they can actually see the data in action 24/7. And we are very much focused around solving the problem. So, for example, in the city space, we do a lot of pedestrian counting. Cities are always interested to understand whether their public places are being used, their festivals, their events. So that's just one of the solutions that we can help them with. We also do a lot of environmental monitoring. So it could be urban heat, flood, monitoring, fire monitoring. So that's the sort of, just a couple of use cases in the city space.
Fantastic. Let's get to manufacturing.
Yeah, so one of our customers is a global steel manufacturing organisation. They have operations in Asia-Pac and also in the US. What we've been doing there is instrumenting their plant. So a wide range of use cases, starting with vibration, pressure, heat, and also putting trackers on their assets so they know where plant is at any point of time across their factory and their operations.
I know there are specific apps for this, but I'm just asking, I'm going back to smart city. Do you do anything with parking?
We do, actually, and one of the most, I think, really is what I call IoT for good use cases, is we help councils and cities understand whether or not their accessible parking is being used. So we can put a parking sensor on the parking space, and we can determine how often that parking space is being used. We can also help them with some of their local, shopping malls and things like that. But one of the most popular use cases using LoRaWAN for cities is actually traffic counting. So understanding how traffic is moving, particularly in those areas where they're wanting to slow down that traffic, and it might be a shared precinct. That's also a really terrific use case around combining the smart parking with the traffic.
My natural inclination is to ask you about farming.
Of course it would be, but to be honest, Meshed, even though 8 years ago we started doing a lot in that ag tech space, to be honest, we've actually found our strength has been in the city's infrastructure, construction and industrial space. It's just one of those areas where with our expertise, because my background before starting Meshed, I was with IBM and I headed Smarter Cities, and it's also we can, the use cases are horizontal because it's all around assets. So, cities are asset rich, mining organisations have got a lot of assets. So we've really applied that sort of thinking around using LoRaWAN to monitor assets, and that's done really well for us.
No, that's great. I mean, look, the opportunity is it's massive. Just in those two spaces alone, you'll never be able to get to every company, right? Every city, every company, right? There's so much opportunity.
There is, and that's why we're here, because we're wanting to meet partners. We're not going to be able to be in every site. So what we've done is we've created a relationship with MCCI based in New York with Terry Moore and his team. They're going to be our fulfillment distribution partners, so that's really important, having a footprint in the US to do that. But we're also looking for partners for them to basically white label some of our solutions. If they have expertise in a particular domain, we can help them with the whole network and the data acquisition piece and just make it really seamless for them.
Very exciting. What else should we know?
So one of the most exciting things we've done is our award winning, and thanks to you guys, we've just won an award around an innovation that we've developed ourselves. It's the N-Counter pedestrian counting solution. It's a very smart way, and when we built it, it was a first of a kind globally. What it's able to do is detect smart devices within a range and then send that count anonymously over the LoRaWAN network every 5 to 10 minutes. It's been hugely popular with cities. We've already sold it to 50 cities, and now we're getting interest in the US for cities to look at how they could use that technology here. And that's one of the devices we've just had recently FCC approved.
Congratulations. How can people who missed the show or after the show want to find you, how do they do that?
Well, they can go to store.meshed.network or meshed.com.au. Otherwise, they can connect with me directly on LinkedIn, Catherine Caruana-McManus, and we'd love to hear from them.
Thanks for being here.
My pleasure, Rick. Thanks for having us.